So I'm going to get it right into the reading, okay? I hope you all are having a great evening, all right? Protecting yourself, staying prayed up because there's a lot going on right now. We are currently in a Mars retrograde, so that's dealing with chaos, conflict, war. So just make sure you're protecting yourself, all right? So I'm going to tap in with the current energy to see what's going on and see. This is a whatever comes out reading, okay? Whatever the message are that you need to know at this point, all right, on your path. All right, only take the messages that resonate with your situation and leave with this not. If you would like a personal reading, the link to my information is in the description box below, all right, where you can book a reading with me. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, so we have the Seeker. All-seeing eye, spirit release. Could you surrender just a bit more? All right. So spirit is telling you to surrender, okay? Right now, you could be like lacking faith, okay, or hope at this time, or you could be in a situation like where you're 1 foot in and you're 1 foot out, but spirit is telling you to surrender, or the journey is going to get much more harder, okay? The more that you resist, your path is going to get harder, all right? So it says something about the Seeker, okay? The all-seeing eye. It's like right now you're gaining clarity about certain things, okay? Because you see her third eye is open, right? All right. Some of you all could be very psychic, intuitive. You could be seers, like you just know things, okay? Some things, it's something that you know, that you gain clarity about, or you see. Maybe you see people for who they are, the people around you. Or maybe there's something, you're gaining some truth about something, okay? Seeking something, seeking some type of truth, some type of awareness, okay? A knowledge. All right. But spirit is telling you to surrender to your journey, all right? Because it's like you're not fully in. And I think the reason why is because you've been having a hard time on your journey. I'm hearing that you've been facing like some adversity with a op that from your past. This could be an ex-lover. This could be a family member, a friend. But there was someone from your past that really, you know, had you in this energy where you were lacking faith. All right. Like on the verge of giving up. But spirit is telling you don't give up. OK, you just need to surrender to the path and fight through that energy, because somebody wants you to give up. It's like somebody wants you to throw in the towel on your journey and not have faith and go backwards to the past. Okay. All right. So let's see. 2 cards came out. Let's see. So the first card we have is be patient. See, this is what I was talking about. It says be patient. It will come. The sun, manifestation power. All right. So right now, spirit is telling you to be patient. Okay. There's something that you want to manifest, or something that you're currently manifesting. And you could be like in this waiting period. Like spirit could have you like in this waiting period, like where there's a delay. But spirit is saying to be patient. Okay. Be patient, because whatever you want to manifest, it's going to happen in divine timing. It does not happen overnight. So you have to have patience. So we have surrender and patience. All right. So basically, spirit is telling you that you need to surrender on your journey. Maybe there's some more work that you need to do. All right. There's like a lesson that you need to learn here. When spirit has you in a waiting period, it means that there's something that you need to, that's being brought to your awareness about your journey, or maybe a cycle or patterns that you're repeating that needs to change. Okay. Because surrendering is like shifting. So it's saying that you need to shift, and you also need to be patient, because whatever you're manifesting, or whatever you have put out into the universe that you want to see come into fruition, you need to be patient. All right. And then the next card we have is growing pains, healing, patience, unconscious. So right now you're going through healing. Okay. You're healing. Okay. You're releasing things from your past that were painful. They could be painful lessons, dealing with trauma, dealing with heartbreak, betrayal. Okay. And right now it's like, this is a waiting period. This is a healing period for you. Okay. And it also still says be patient. It says healing, patience. Okay. So yeah, let me read what that says. Okay. Growing pain. Affirmation. I trust in the process of my healing. All right. So it says, the healer, the garden that tends itself, the therapist, you seek to be an awakened one in your family. This isn't always easy, as it involves taking on a larger responsibility and role in your lineage. You are seeking something more fulfilling, truthful, and of the heart. This requires patience with your psyche and security within your soul. By living intentionally and choosing to be conscious of the choices you make, you are activating transformation at a DNA level. This can be felt at a collective consciousness level as well. This is powerful work. Your ancestors are so proud to have passed the torch down to you. You have done so much already, far more than you know. Pulling the growing pains card invites you to employ more patience with yourself on your healing journey. You are unlearning and undoing generations of toxic patterns and beliefs. This will naturally be challenging, uncomfortable, and even painful at times. This is why they are called growing pains. They are a necessary part of healing. This card also wants to remind you that you were chosen for this path, that your soul chose this mission of healing for you. This is your initiation. This is what walking through the fire looks like, so you may reach that peaceful, abundant valley. Be proud of yourself and continue to do your best as you find your way. Celebrate small victories, like when you set boundaries, or are less reactive, or break a toxic trait, or don't repeat the poison of the past. This is the work, and you have accepted your mission, whether you realize it or not. See? See, this is what I was talking about. You're learning from these lessons. You're learning from your pain. You're learning from things that hurt you in the past. And you are breaking generational curses. And through this, it's a painful process. I'm going to tell you right now, breaking generational curses is not an easy thing, okay? It's not. But the ancestors passed the torch down to you, and also your soul chose this path. You chose this path to heal, all right? To evolve, to break these cycles, these toxic competitive loops, repetitive loops. I say competitive. You could have had competitive people around you, you know, people that were competing with you on your journey. I'm hearing somebody was trying to copy you, like trying to, you know, be you, trying to like fake like they were on their healing journey. But really, this person was putting on a facade because they were competing with you. All right. But this was something that you needed to learn from this person. OK, or other people that were around you that was really trying to put, you know, roadblocks in your healing journey. So, you know, Spirit is telling you to be patient. This is a period of healing. OK, you're unlearning a lot of generational toxic traits. OK, from lifetimes after lifetimes. All right. And it's not an easy thing. It's like you're pulling back layers and layers and layers from your soul that kept you fragmented. OK. And it like I said, it can be a painful experience. All right. But you have to be patient, and you have to understand that this waiting period that Spirit has you in, there are certain lessons that you're supposed to learn. OK, so just be patient and surrender. All right. All right. So let's see the next card. All right. So some of you all could be like the black sheep of your family, like the golden child. OK, your family could have made you the scapegoat because they saw your light. They saw that you was the chosen one. They saw that you was the one that was chosen out of your lineage to break this generational trauma, these generational cycles. OK, that cause you to be in karmic loops. All right. Choose the wrong partners. Choose the wrong friends. OK, people that wanted to intentionally hurt you and betray you. All right. And keep you stuck. You had to release that and let that go. OK, you had to release them and detach. And some of these people could have been within your own family that you had to detach from. OK, yeah. All right. So take what resonates. All right. The next card we have is it's time to leave the old behind. You're having a rebirth, shutting the chrysalis, taking risks. So now it's time for you to take a risk. OK, and leave the past behind. And that's what it is. OK, I feel like you're still reflecting on the past, like past hurts, what people did to you. OK, so Spirit is saying in order for you to move forward, you have to let the past go. Release the past. OK. Release the past and understand you're having a death and a rebirth. All right. You're having a death and a rebirth right now. So there's some things that could be coming up within your subconscious from the past. All right. That is causing you to be in a negative mindset about your journey. OK. But those subconscious blocks need to be healed. OK. In order for you to move forward. All right. So don't allow the past. That message there is saying do not allow the past to keep you stuck. Leave the past behind. Don't reflect on it. Don't keep talking about it. Don't keep replaying it. Don't even keep in touch with people from your past, especially if these people betrayed you. They didn't respect you. OK, some of these people could have tried to like intentionally set you up to either destiny swap with you, like to steal your destiny, your star. OK, because they didn't want you to move towards your life purpose. They didn't want you to heal. They didn't want you to break these generational cycles. So you had to leave these people behind. All right. Yeah. All right. That's why I said this journey is not easy, man. It's not, because you have to detach. You have to practice the art of detachment and like really release your guilt and understand why you're on this path. All right. And you're going to have some people that's going to hate you because you did that. They're going to hate you because you're on your path. They're going to hate you because you decided to detach from them, to heal, to break a pattern within you. All right. Whatever it was within you that attracted that person to you that you know was no good for you. This could be relationship wise. You will have past lovers and exes like trying to attack you, hate on you, slander you because you released them, because you saw them for who they are. You see her third eye open? It's like even though your eyes was closed, your third eye was also seeing people for who they are. You were seeing people for who they are, right? And that's what it was. You had to really learn this lesson of, you know, not trying to paint a different picture of what people show you. OK, so, yeah. Or releasing and healing from what attracted you to these or this person or these people in the first place. All right. That were toxic, just toxic. All right. Let's see. What's the next one? Oh, there's too many cards. All right. There's too many cards. See the next one. Yeah. You could have been with a lot of karmic partners, like in karmic relationships, okay? That was purposely like these people were purposely, intentionally sent to be your op, okay? And we have the shaman, all right? Lunatic, insights, cosmos, okay? So I'm talking about the shaman energy, okay? You're not a lunatic. You're just very gifted. You're spiritually gifted, Okay. You're very in tune with the ethereal realm, the spiritual realm. Okay. Some of you all, family knew that you was the shaman in the family. Okay. Like you could have come from a shamanic bloodline. Okay. And, maybe there was things that you spoke on to this family. Like you probably had like premonitions that you spoke on, or just things to show your psychic ability, or things that you saw like on a spiritual level that they didn't really understand. Because some people don't understand the supernatural. Some people are just scared of the supernatural because they have this fear-based thinking. All right. And so you probably showed this to some people and they probably called you crazy, probably, just was talking bad about you, saying that you was this and you was that. And they try to make it seem like you just didn't belong. Okay. So you had to really, really detach from these people. Like I said, you were chosen out of the family. Okay. To take on this torch, to heal. That's what the path of the shaman is. The shaman is a healer. So you could be a healer. And it says you don't need it all figured out. It says the gifted guide, stars, chaos, opportunity. All right. So right now you could be like trying to figure out your journey, like the next step, what's next. All right. Because you're going towards the unknown. But Spirit is saying you don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to know everything. Just go with the flow. Just surrender, be patient, and go with the flow. All right. We have a mushroom here. All right. Let's see what else. So we have, I embrace uncertainty. Luck is on my side. Let the magic mushroom be your guide and lucky charm at this time. Allow him to show you a more surrendered way of life. He invites you to embrace chaos, uncertainty, and the unknown. To stop controlling things so much and let go. To lean into fluidity instead of strategy at this time. The universe is on your side more than you believe. He speaks to you, oh silly human, don't you see? You don't need it all figured out. Not today, nor tomorrow, not ever. Nobody has all the answers, and that's the fun part. You are not supposed to. That would make life terribly boring and painfully uninteresting. To know exactly what to do, where to go, when to do it, and who to be in all moments, that would suffocate the magic and excitement of life. What would be the point then? The adventure is in uncertainty. It is not your enemy, it's your friend. He visits you to offer a special gift, the gift of luck, opportunity, and possibilities within new and uncertain spaces that you could not see before. Accept his offering and ease the tension and control you have in certain areas of your life. Sometimes letting things be free allows them to turn into the powerful, soulful, wild things they are. This goes for us as well. Most things seek to be trusted and free. Pulling the gifted guide card can also be an omen that there is something you have been trying to figure out that you don't need to. Let it go and move forward. It will unfold as it's meant to. This card can also be a sign to stop comparing your journey with those of others, as if you feel behind or everyone knows something you don't. It's untrue. Most people play pretend in this cosmic game of life. You don't need a master plan or to know exactly what to do. Just take a step and set intentions, and luck is on your side. So right now you could be wanting to be in control of your journey because you're not used to the unknown. Okay, that's what it is. You're not used to the unknown, so you don't know what to expect. So some of you could be following your North Star, like you're going towards your North Node, and sometimes that can be scary because you're moving away from the familiar patterns, familiar people, things that you've always known. Okay, and so that can be scary to move towards something that's unfamiliar, just like within our subconscious mind. Okay, the negatives are the knowns. All right, the positives are the unknowns. All right. So we want to move away from the knowns towards the unknowns. All right. So we want to change those negatives to positives. And this is the reason why a lot of people remain stuck in patterns, because they're afraid of the unknown. All right. Because their subconscious mind is used to the familiar. All right. The comfortableness of the journey. All right. And sometimes you got to do things that make you uncomfortable. You got to step out your comfort zone. OK, but Spirit is saying to go with the flow and stop trying to be in control of your cycles, because you're taking the fun out of it. You're taking the experience out of it. It's supposed to be an experience. That's one thing I would say about this journey is this is an experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So you cannot control your cycles. You have to stop wanting to be in control. And I know it's scary. I know it is, because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's next. You don't know what you're walking into. And it's like you feel like you're taking a gamble with life, like by you not knowing what you're walking into. You know what I'm saying? But just trust that Spirit and the universe got you, and that you are on the right divine path. Just make sure that you are using your discernment, your intuition. Okay. And you will be okay. All right. Just surrender. The message here is to surrender. All right. Just surrender. You don't need it all figured out. All right. There's something dealing with mushrooms here. Some of you all could be, could tap into plant medicine. Okay. That can help you as well. I know that helps a lot with anxiety and depression. So if you suffer with anxiety and depression, maybe tap into, plant medicine. All right. Yeah. With the mushroom on the card. You see that? Okay. I'm not going to say too much about that. Okay. But yeah, do some research on that, on different types of mushrooms that can help you, just remain calm, that can help you with anxiety. If you're somebody that's, suffers with anxiety, okay, that will help you. That will help calm the mind. All right, because I feel like you're overthinking, like your mind is in overdrive right now because you don't know what to expect next. All right. All right, so the next card we have is you are worthy of beautiful things, the servant queen, divine, magnetic, valuable, okay? So understand you are worthy, all right? Don't compare yourself to others, all right? You are enough. Stop comparing yourself to others on your journey. One thing I'm going to tell you about this journey, it's a lot of people on this journey for the wrong reasons, all right? They portray themselves as like they're doing the internal work, like they're here to help the collective, but a lot of them are being exposed right now, okay? So don't compare yourself to other people. Just do what you need to do. Walk in your own divine path. Okay. And just make sure that you have integrity. That's one thing I would say. This journey, your integrity is everything on this journey. All right. You don't have your integrity. It's like you're not credible. Okay. So yeah, remain, with your integrity intact. All right. And on the bottom of the deck, we have blessings and curses. Do not be ashamed, not of your thorns or of your flowers. Psyche, self-love, beauty. Okay. So you had to heal from generational curses. All right. And in the midst of you healing from these curses, blessings came, okay? You stepped into the energy of self-love, focusing on yourself, taking that time to yourself, okay? All right, so this is a blessing in everything. And everything that you went through, all right? And let's read that card. So it says, I accept all parts of myself. I am divine and whole. The red rose, a guide, has come to pay you an important visit. She seeks to heal and ease a pain in your mind and spirit. There is shame and guilt for who you are, lurking in your darkest corners. It is holding you back in ways you may not realize. She wishes to shine a light there to show you how to love your darkness into the light, how to turn your demons into angels. The thorns we grow come from a place of pain. They are a result of our need to protect ourselves from outside forces. They are defense mechanisms. Hurt that we can sometimes cause others comes from being hurt ourselves. If you try to pick a rose, it will prick you with its thorns. You might have goodwill, but the rose doesn't know that. It has been fooled and hurt before. However, the thorns are also what makes the rose strong, whole, and powerful. Her thorns are the rose's self-worth, her ability to stand up for herself, her discernment, her tenacity, and her persistence to keep going. The things that sometimes harden us also have great gifts to teach us within. The flowers are what the world loves to see for us. Our personality, appearance, what we do, they are also what we can be judged and criticized for. If we are too beautiful, too different, too colorful, too big, too small, too much, not enough. But the red rose reminds us that we were hand created by the divine. We are divinity itself. This card is also a positive omen that you are reaching overreach, a point in your journey where you learn how to accept all of yourself, your whole, full, and most authentic self. The magic, the mess, and the mundane parts too. This will unlock so much grace and power within you. The beauty you feel within will shine out of your being, pouring out into the world around you. So right now you're stepping into your authentic self, okay? You could have been shamed in the past because you were different, okay? Because you showed that part of yourself that was different, unique, okay? And that kept you in your shadow energy, like that kept you from really, really shining your true light, okay? But right now with this card is basically saying from that, you could have been cursed. That's what I'm hearing. You could have been cursed, okay? And this stayed within your psyche. This could be from past lives as well. Like you could have been criticized just because you were different from, other people around you, okay? And they cursed you for this. I'm hearing persecuted you, all right? Or shamed you for something. Just shamed you for being different, from showing your true self. So you hid yourself as a defense mechanism, all right? To not want to experience that traumatic event again in your life, to be persecuted, all right? To be judged. I'm hearing that you were judged a lot, judged in the home, okay? Maybe in your childhood, you were judged a lot, judged by lovers, okay? And this could have cursed your psyche to make you think that you didn't belong or you wasn't enough. You probably compared yourself to other people, all right? To where you hid your true self, your true authentic self. But you was doing this because this was a defense mechanism to you not wanting to be shamed for who you truly are, because you had people around you that really didn't need to be around you. That wasn't your soul tribe, okay? So in the midst of all of this, you're learning how to accept yourself, your true self, and like really not even give a fuck what nobody think or got to say. It's like it's like in the midst of you going through this situation, okay? This was a lesson that came out of this, a blessing from this, all right? So you did a lot of internal work to even get to this point where you're releasing the shame. You're releasing feeling like you don't belong, or that, you have to. I'm hearing imposter syndrome. You could have been in imposter syndrome because people around you didn't accept you. Okay. So you're releasing all of that and you're really showing your true authentic self. All right. And you're not giving a fuck what people think or what they got to say. And that's the way spirit wants you to do. This is a part of stepping into the unknown, stepping outside of your comfort zone, doing something that you've never done before. This is how you have your breakthrough moment. All right. Once you heal from all of the things that tried to shame you and break you, this is when you have your breakthrough moment. All right. And I'm telling you because I know. All right. This is what I had to learn. All right. I was always shamed and always judged and all that, even since I was in my childhood. OK. And there was times where I didn't want to come out, even just doing readings. You know, I didn't want to bring this part of myself out. But this is my gift. I teach through my readings. I do. The thing with me doing readings. OK, I had to realize that I'm a teacher because I've learned so many lessons. OK, I've learned so many lessons on my journey. I went through pain. I went through hurt. I went through betrayal. I went through trauma as a child, but I had to heal from all of that. That's why I'm on this journey. And a lot of you all, this is why Spirit is telling you to surrender. Because this is a waiting period for you to heal something, a certain pattern within you that is not allowing you to step into your authentic self and shed your light, show your light to the world. All right. Because you were shamed so fucking much. All right. As a child, maybe in your relationships. OK, I'm hearing like a bullying energy, and it caused a curse within your psyche to make you feel like, you know, you had to hide yourself. But no, Spirit is saying to let that go. Release that. OK, release that. Release that. So I'm not a tarot reader. I'm a teacher. All right. So I teach through my readings. All right. I'm a different type of reader. All right. And everybody has a different way they read. All right. But I teach through my readings. OK. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there. All right. So we have the last card. I'm going to pull. All right. So we have the Forbidden Forest. You are so brave to keep going the way you do. Bravery, persistence, redemption. And this is what it is. OK. You had to be brave. You had to persevere and be persistent. All right. This journey right here requires you to be brave. I'm telling you, it really does. It requires you to be brave and not care what nobody thinks. All right. And that's what it is. It's like Spirit is telling you to keep going. Keep going. Keep shining your light to the world. OK. Even doing all of this internal work that you have done, it's like you have to be proud of yourself. You have to tell yourself every day, I'm so proud of myself, how far I've came. OK. It's like you had to rise from the ashes like the phoenix. All right. All right. Spirit wants me to pull one more card. OK. And then after that, I'm going to end the reading. OK. I am currently doing personal reading. So if you would like a personal reading, the link to book with me is in the description box below. OK. So, yeah, there's a lesson that came out of all of this, everything that you went through. OK. Everything that you went through. Healing these generational curses. There's a lesson that you learned in every experience that you have had on this journey. And it got you to the point where like you're stepping into your bravery. You're really using your strength to get through these obstacles, to get through everything that tried to break your spirit. All right. And keep you down, hold you down. I'm hearing there was some people like an ex-lover that tried to hold you down. Like somebody that was like threatened because you were stepping into your power. Like you were really shining your light. And they became jealous of you. And they made you out to be an enemy. They went against you. All right. Yeah. All right, let's see this card right here. All right, see, we have, there is a place within me. There is a place within me, still calm, steady, eternal center, guru, protection, peace. So this is the energy that you're in right now. It's like you're in this peaceful energy. It's like you don't want nobody coming into your life to disturb your peace. All right. You see that light around her. It's like you're really, really shining your light. All right. You're evolving into this light being. I'm hearing higher self activation. Like your higher self is being activated right now. OK. And you're really, really, connecting back with your center, your heart space. All right. I'm hearing you're healing your heart chakra because you see that green. OK, you see that green around her, that green aura. It's like you're healing your heart chakra. You're healing your heart chakra from grief, from being hurt, from people hurting you from the past, from guilt. OK, not feeling guilty for who you are. OK, not feeling guilty for releasing people that really, really didn't have your best interests at heart. The ones that were working against you. OK, that was really trying to block you on your journey, block you from healing your heart. OK. You're protecting yourself, okay? You're protecting your peace, all right? But the message here is to surrender, okay? And be patient, all right? Be patient. Stop trying to control your cycles and just go with the flow, okay? Because the more you resist the changes, the harder the journey gets, all right? All right, so that is it for your reading today, okay? Make sure you all hit that like button and subscribe to see more of my readings, okay? It really, really helps. And I want to hear your comments, all right? I want to see your comments in the comment section where you are in your journey, okay? And if these messages in this reading resonates with your situation, okay? Leave me some comments. I love when you all engage with me, okay? If you would like a personal reading, the link to book with me is in the description box below. Once again, okay? I will never reach out to you randomly, okay? Or read your energy or tell you that I'm giving you a free reading. That is a scammer. Please be careful because there's a lot of scamming going on in the spiritual community right now, okay? So the only way to book a reading with me is in the description box below. My information is there, okay? Until next time, y'all, peace and love.